stream just a few minutes early. 11:11 is the time where I posted that I was going to start it for a couple of reasons. Number one, I think when I go ahead and go live, it might be a little bit easier for folks who kind of follow my channel to see it. And so then we'll give them a few minutes now to see it and jump in. But also, if somebody joined and I was going to want to test the network connectivity. I'm at a different place than I usually am, and the network here is kind of spotty sometimes. And so I wanted to be able to check that out. There we go. I see myself. I've got my Chromebook down here, and I see myself on the live stream. And let's just, I like to get that going parallel so that it's easy for me to follow any text chats that happen during the broadcast here. Hey, we've got somebody watching. Very cool. You're welcome. You're the first one. And when my stream starts, I'm going to pause my video. All right. So, there I am. Yeah, see, I better pause this so we don't get any feedback. Okay. Now, let me see. Where's the chat? Okay, there we go. There's the chat. All right. We're ready to go. Okay, so the gear, as always, with Austere August this month, is Chiseled Face Midnight Stag in the software department. This is the older of the designs, and I like it a lot. I won it in an auction just around the Lather Games time frame. I've been enjoying using it all month. The Omega bore brush that I've been using is the Connaught Jade version, and it's the 011842. He's been soaking for several minutes to hydrate his bristles. We've got the 3 1/4 inch handle, Gladius handle on the Karve Christopher Bradley razor, and the solid bar base plate is the B base plate. And let's go ahead and load the blade up. And this is a shave in Austere August where I'm using the same setup for the entire month. And here's the Nacet that I've been using for so many times. This is the 429th shave on the Nacet. So it's 430. It's kind of a little, I consider every 10 kind of a mini milestone. But I just felt like doing a shave. It's Sunday night. I just felt like doing a live shave. Maybe we'll do more during this month of August. So that's ready to go. Let me get my face wet. Also, this is the first time I am... Aloha Wyatt. Hey, awesome, man. Let me finish my thought and then I'll get to your question. I am using, this is my first time broadcasting from a live, where I'm using a basin and a swish bowl. I don't have a sink here, and so it's a little bit different than usual. So we'll see how that goes live. It should be just fine, but this is my first time doing that. The Captain's Choice Bowl, you know, they have that. The original one I've tried, in that I've tried the clone version that AliExpress has. Maybe it's under DS Cosmetics, under AliExpress, but they ran a sale on that on Black Friday a couple of years ago, and I bought it. And I'm so glad I tried that bowl out instead of paying for the Captain's Choice Bowl, because it is much too small for me. And that's the original size of the Captain's Choice Bowl. It is the clone, and so of course it's not exactly the same bowl. However, it's the exact same dimensions. I'm sure that they pirated. They got one of the Captain's Choice bowls, and then they just copied it. That's kind of what they do. But yeah, it was much too small for me. I do have a small bore brush, a very tiny Smoke 1438 that did okay in it. It also did well for me when I was kind of mainly face lathering and just wanted to work up kind of a concentrate. It did well for that. But with just about any other size brush I had, by the time I did a swirl around in the bowl, any lather that wasn't on the brush was overflowing, and it was very frustrating. It didn't take me too long to not like that one. Hey Jay, welcome. Now Captain's Choice does have the larger version of the bowl, and that one could be a size that I might find a little nicer. However, I think that the height of the wall around the bowl probably still a little bit too low for me. But again, I can't say for sure because I haven't tried it. So I know that their original size bowl is too small for my preferences by a good margin, and I bet the larger one is also a little too small. Now the larger one might have a nice diameter, but it's because of that height. If they raised it up a little bit, I might have tried to grab one of those. All right, so my face is wet. Now, last shave, I experimented with a kind of a really, really wet brush. So let's try that. And we're just going to take the brush out of the water. I'm going to tilt it a little bit because that seems to kind of help some of the excess water to come out. We're going to try a wet load again today. I tried 15 seconds of loading and it gave me lots of lather. So let's step back to my normal load amount when I'm using a lightly wet brush, which is 5 seconds. And let's just try that with the really wet brush. No shaking of it or anything like that. So 5 seconds. I'll have to watch my little 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, there we go. It doesn't take too long. Doesn't look too soapy. I'm going to also sweep the excess suds into my lather bowl. I'm also debuting my Jello mold lather bowl from a thrift store. And I'm really enjoying that. Let me tilt you down to give you the lather view. So as you can see, it's starting out really wet. And this is a super impromptu live shave. So if we just get a few people, it's no big deal at all. That just means that there's excellent communication and nobody has to wait in line, right? So far, I've been very happy with this bowl. I did a little bit of research. It said it was anodized copper. So we're just going to see if that 5 seconds of loading with a really wet brush is comparable to 5 seconds of loading with a lightly wet brush. Chiseled face month. Midnight Stag month is, we're on the downhill side. I've really been enjoying using this all month. In this Austere August, there are some different side challenges. I don't guess I've talked about them too much during this month. There's one of mammoth soaps where you use a mammoth soap all month, and I think there's a charity thing maybe going on with that one, or you could win a prize from Ben or something like that. You know what? I haven't even thought about fall scents, Jay. Hallows is one that I love to whip out in the fall. I do use it any time of the year, but especially in the fall. Those kind of darker scents, you know, Texas on Fire, Hallows, those really kind of woodsy, burny type scents, I do enjoy whipping out this time of year. Sterling Tuscany, I like it for then. Any of those woodsy things. You know what? If you want to get some cheap shave gear in the fall, on 11/11, I believe it is, on AliExpress, they do big sales then. And so it's a great time to catch up on, I mean, they're not going to have timeless razors or, you know, anything like that, but they're going to have some of the clones like the Lee razors. They're going to have some, the Umo brushes. Those are nice quality brushes. I've been very happy with my Umo Manchurian. Very happy with that one. And, as a matter of fact, one of the Umo knots, I think it's the HT or the W something, is the same knot that Maggard uses for their super high density brushes. And so that is something that goes on in the fall. That's a sale that many shavers are probably going to want to be aware of. not too many soaps available on that website. Mainly hardware, especially the bi-lead type razors. Some blades, not a huge selection of blades, but some. But brushes, yeah, tons of brushes. What other fall scents do I like? Oh yeah, there's some, you know, the La Florette de l'Iguest. You know, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. That's a collab scent that is kind of a funky forest type scent that is really nice. History 101 is a nice masculine scent of gunpowder and leather and things like that um, from Summer Break or Storybook. Is that Storybook? My brain is fuzzy. What fall scents do you guys like? Of course, you've got Nocturne, right? That's a, oh yeah, Sure Like is tremendous. Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. That's one I'll use any time of year, but yeah, it's especially nice in the fall. Fougere Gothique is a barrister and man, you know, scent that's suited for the fall very nicely. A lot of the winter scents have, if they have too much pine or fir in them, I won't like them very much. If they have any peppermint, like if it's a Christmas scent that has peppermint, I usually don't go for those very well either. So sometimes a holiday scent falls short on me. This lather's looking great. I definitely have plenty of it. Now let's see if on my view here in my Chromebook, do I need to make sure okay, good. Hopefully it'll auto scroll as comments come in. Oh, Darkfall. Whoo, yeah, Declaration Grooming Darkfall is such a great scent. I love that one for this cooler time of the year, but right here in North Carolina, we're a far cry away from fall because the days are still very hot. Hey, KG. Thank you. You too. I hope you will also. Well, I think we've got a pretty good lather here. This base is not one that I take quite as elastic as usual. Let's take this one just a little bit more, though. Got the 40 milliliter jigger, and we've put 20 in there already. So we did pass just recently with use number 427. We did pass my friend Myrna 183 and his maximum number of uses that he did. And he finished it up on February 21st of this year over on this wet shaving subreddit. I still need to search the Excalibur Club thread on Badger and Blade and see where the maximum number is there. Old Hiker mentioned on that at the end of that thread, recent days, that he got 245 from a WEC Sexta blade. That's pretty neat. All right, still, we're looking good with the lather. Let's go ahead and use it. Now I've got my basin down here, and I've learned to do not two hands at once because I've got two streams of water dripping there, and that's wider than my basin bowl, and so I do one hand at a time. And there we go. And now, bear with me as I tilt you up. I did get a new mount since I left my other one at a relative's house, and it works out really well because it sticks the camera closer to me. Hopefully that helps with the audio. Is the audio coming through all right? Good volume is what I mean. I did turn the air conditioner here to low, so maybe that will interfere less. Very good. Thank you, Jay. Thank you, KG. KG, isn't that Tenacious D? what, Kenny, right? Was he KG? So this brush is changing very slowly. I was really hoping that putting so many uses on it consecutively, I'd be able to see more of a change, but no. It's kind of being like its other Omega brethren and changing very slowly. But the good news is the tips are relatively soft. And especially if you like your lathers drier, then the early days in this kind of brush are going to be pretty comfy. But I like mine wet, and so the brush isn't put in quite the best light, but it's still pretty nice. The tips are fairly soft, and especially if I back off on the pressure, don't really splay it too much. You can see it's kind of easy to splay. You can see it moving with very light pressure, and it's got a nice wide knot. And so that spreads that pressure out. It gives you a nice feeling of a good splay sometimes. Tell you what, you feel the backbone though if you have run your lather too wet or very wet. You definitely, it'll kind of come together, and you will definitely know that you don't have too much lather in your brush. All right, there we go. We have already loaded earlier on in the video the Karve razor. Oh, and I've got a mirror now. Stopped by Walmart today so I can line up things with a little bit more precision. I do have to figure out where to put it. I don't think I'm shaving with a full 24 hours of growth, and so I think we can kind of enjoy some nice comfort here. And I'm just kind of moving quickly to kind of take off that top part of this stubble. And now a rinse. We'll just do a partial rinse, and that's nice that I've been doing those lately. All right, more lather, and yeah, just that 5 seconds. If you saw how much lather was not on the brush after I loaded, it was just very little, but as you can see, we have plenty in the bowl. Got a little water in my beard. Let's get rid of that. I want to flush out my lather. This particular lather is either perfect or a little bit wet of perfect. It is really in that nice zone where I like it. Yeah, that's got a good look to it. The razor's moving very well. Oh, now see, my chat on my Chromebook is not moving automatically. Pop out chat. Oh, let's try that. Let's try that feature. See, yeah, hopefully that'll keep up with the scrolling and stuff. I do have a crazy schedule, but it's not really too bad. It's not midnight yet. We're lathered up, so I did an all-nighter the other day when I just had to get some work done. But I try to get just a little bit of sleep, even if it's an hour. But my danger, I'm such a heavy sleeper. I've been known to sleep through alarms. I've also been known to wake up, turn off the alarm, and then go back to sleep and not even know it. All right, nice second pass. Oh, and you know the crazy thing? I even, on my Android phone, I had an app, a good alarm clock app, and it made it, I configured it so it would make me do math problems. just to be able to snooze the phone. But I'm nearsighted, and so sometimes it was hard for me to do the math problems, and so I made them kind of simple, like 3 plus 5 or something like that. But you know what? If I had an all-nighter, not much sleep, I would do the math, answer the question, and hit snooze or turn it off, and then not even know it. So I can do math. I could do math in my sleep. And so I had to increase. Fortunately, that application had a feature where I could increase the complexity of the math problem. And so I did that, and it helped. I used that for a very long time, quite successfully. Oh, see, yeah, KG with the Apple Watch comment, been able to turn the alarm off with that. Yeah, I could see how that would be tricky. That's not a, no, that's just a mole right there. So now we're dealing with a comfortable shave since we've taken off the top bit. This is the third pass too, so we've got a good bit of the stubble taken down. Yeah, you know what? I mean, who knows how healthy I might be if I would get more sleep, but I'm a night owl and I hate getting up in the morning. And so when it comes to the end of the day and there's stuff I would like to do, I'm more likely to go ahead and sacrifice and do it and then, you know, feel the badness in the morning. All right, a little rinse. Now here's the cool thing, and it just hit me now that since I am in my own room, uh, my rent-a-room, you know, and I am actually in the room and not in a shared bathroom, using my basin here, and so actually I can do predictable live shaves now. So who knows? Maybe I'll do one tomorrow because this is the 430th shave of this Nacet. I can, you know, because before I would never know, you know, if somebody was going to be using the bathroom at a certain time, or, you know, if my family was going to need me at a certain time, so I would not be able to schedule things super far out in advance. Yeah, Jay, I feel you, man. I definitely enjoy it. There was, boy, I don't know. I've probably gone the last 10 years with not having enough sleep. It's tough, but it seems like each night when it comes time to make that decision, I keep making the decision to stay up just a little bit later and get something done, you know. All right, so I believe this is the third pass. Very smooth here. I can go slant upwards. Hey guys, I got my Cerberus soap in the mail today. I like the smell of it. I kind of feel like it's misnamed. Cerberus is a vicious killer dog-like creature, and this wasn't really a vicious or angry scent. It's kind of warm and nice. So I kind of think maybe he should name it something else. But I think I like it a lot. And I scored some an EDP. Oh man, that feels good. I scored an EDP of the Sandalorian, actually. That's a limited run EDP that Ben at Mammoth did. And it's actually more rare than the Cerberus EDP. And I think Ben said, the guy I'm buying it from, Ben told him that it was very similar to the Cerberus. And so that I don't know if I'm going to need to order the Cerberus when they come out with that EDP again. They did say they're going to do a second run. Yeah, KG, I'm serious. The blade I still have. It's just, now it, you know, it takes me more passes to do it, but I still get there. It's nuts. It is crazy. Yeah. Oh, and I'm always shaving late at night because that's just my practice. But since I'm here by myself, I'd be able to do a 6 p.m. shave or something like that. So I might be able to reach some of the guys who have to go to sleep a little earlier. Some of the East Coast guys, who have to be in bed at a certain time because they do have to get up for work. All right, I believe I just did 3 or 4 passes, and as you can see from that barely anything looking brush load that I did, got quite a bit of lather left. Oh, Friedberg did do a live shave. That's right. Yeah, I saw that, but I saw it a little too late. Oh, that's neat. I'll have to check that out for sure. Thank you for mentioning that, Jay. Oh, still a wonderful scent. I've been enjoying that thing so much. I think I did a water rinse. I think I'm good here. Yeah. So let's whip out this is the one what I won on the auction on Reddit. And it's I got it from Archubaka, who used it during the Lather games. Actually chased his wife through the woods wearing the Stag mask. And he, as a part of that prize, he actually sent me the mask as well. I let my kids wear it. We had a good time. It was funny. But yeah, thank you, Jay. I'll check that out from Michael. And then that is the aftershave. And part of the Midnight Stag Challenge is to use the EDP as well. And I've been doubling the sprays. Ooh, hey, I'm glad we mentioned that because we're in a new week now. This is a Sunday shave, and so it's 4 sprays is the challenge amount. But I'm putting 4 sprays on each arm, so I'm doing a total of 8 sprays. Because I wanted to up the challenge in some way, because I tell you what, guys, this cologne, I've got a lot in the air right now. This cologne is a wonderful scent. The soap accentuates certain parts of the scent profile, but you really feel like you get a good complete idea of it. And it's a more sophisticated idea with the EDP. There's the soap focuses more on like the gasoline and some of those kind of scents, and a little bit of the smoke, some leather, a little bit of woodiness, but a lot more of the leather and the wood are stronger and the smoke are stronger in the EDP, and the gasoline is more at an even keel with them. Whereas to me, the aftershave, the gasoline is kind of a little high, and maybe the soap as well. So, I almost feel like if you haven't tried the EDP, then you haven't really experienced the Midnight Stag in its truest form. That probably goes for a lot of soaps, a lot of scents, to be honest with you. Aloha says, does the copper from the bowl or the brass razor from the razor give off a scent? That was really funny. I had been using we do need smell-o-vision, yes, KG. I have been using my brass Karve Christopher Bradley for 100 uses, 200 uses before I heard anybody mention that brass sometimes has a smell. I never smelled it. Now, if I take my razor and I put it up right under my nose, then I do smell the brass smell. But to be honest, I don't smell it as a general rule. Now, I like the smell of brass. I grew up around guns. If you're smelling brass, it means you're doing something right. It means you've got some ammo laying around you. It means you're about to go out in the backyard and have fun with your dad doing some target practice. That's what brass is associated with me. I went into the military, smelled brass there, and so for me, it has pleasant memories. I enjoy the smell of brass, but to be honest, I don't get the smell unless I put it right up under my nose. Now, I don't shave under my nose, as you can tell, and it's possible that I might smell it if I did that. And so maybe that's where some of the guys who complain about the brass smell Maybe that's what they're doing is they do shave their mustache area. But to me, even if I did shave this, I wouldn't bother me at all. It's a very, very tiny smell to me. And even if it were bigger, I would love it. The copper. Okay, this. Oh yeah, let's do the. Oh yep, we're good. I'm going to loosen this up and put it in my swish bowl here to get some water. Then I'm going to take it over to my cleaner water bowl and then set it aside so that it can be wiped down at the end of the shave. The copper, however, I don't think it's got a smell. This is anodized copper, and I wonder if that kind of removes the smell a little bit. Of course, I've just put on Midnight Stag EDP that could be impeding the smell of any copper. But no, I don't smell anything from this particular copper bowl. All right, man, terrific. Okay, if anybody has, oh hey, let me show you the Cerberus. Did anybody miss the mail call video? That's out there. If anybody has any questions about those items, I've got a lot of them right here in front of me. If anybody has any questions, I can answer them. Here is the Cerberus label, because it was a collaboration. Mammoth did the soap, Noble Otter did the splash, and oh wait, that's the Bison. Declaration did the soap. Mammoth did the EDP, right? And then Noble Otter did the splash, I believe. And so it's a really neat collaboration between three awesome shaving companies. Very nice. Yeah, really neat. It's got a sweetness to it, a warm sweetness. Not overly sweet though, but if it was named after a vicious dog, I might like to have some more animalistic musk in there. But anyway, maybe some amber, maybe a little bit of amber in there. But I do smell the woodiness, and I'm told with the EDP that the woodiness settles down. A lot of the other stuff goes away, and then the woodiness is what you're left with for a long time. I'm looking forward to that kind of thing. All right. So, I have, oh yeah, let's put my dot, 429th dot on the Nacet piece of paper. Need to get some bifocals, guys. Autumn is out. Autumn is out. It's on its way, maybe is what you meant to say. Any scent recommendations? KG, we talked about that a little bit earlier in the video. Some people were recommending some things. Sherlock was mentioned. Sterling has one called Autumn Glory. I don't know how well I'd recommend it though. Definitely worth getting a soap sample if you like autumn scents. One of my favorites is Dark Fall from Declaration Grooming. Oh, I'm a big fan of that one. Barrister and Man has for a long time now the Fougere. Wait, is that it? The dark one. Fougere Gothique. Yeah, that was a nice fall one. Hallows from Barrister and Man as well is really nice. You got the Sterling has a good number of woody scents out there. I like Tuscany. It's got some cypress in it, as well as a little bit of nice floral like violet or something like that. But it's got cypress and some spices. I like that one as well. The Pharaoh's Dreamsicle. It's got some orange notes, but it's kind of a funny, kitschy name, but it's a serious scent. It's got the orange, it's got a little bit of creaminess to it, and it's got these wonderful spices, kind of an Egyptian nature, but not too much. I mean, you don't feel like you jumped into some guy's taxi cab in Egypt and it's all funky, right? I want to try like Marshlands. That's an old one from L&L Grooming. I'd love to get a hold of that one. What are some woody ones? I can take a minute because I have a tab open with my soaps. But like I said earlier, I haven't thought about fall at all because it is still beastly hot here in North Carolina right now. Um, let's see. Da-da-da. Oh, sandalwoods are really nice this time of year. Um, let's see. I think bay rums really go well with the fall. Barrister and Man has a nice bay rum. I usually don't gravitate toward them though. Barrister and Man Baudelaire is probably one that I would enjoy this time of year. Oh, cluster fig. Now see, I don't believe I've tried that one yet. I might need to try to find a sample or something like that. Cologne Rousse. I really enjoy that one for this time of year. From Barrister and Man. Patches is a neat one that you can probably get for a song. They quit making it, but people just didn't seem to like it. It was mainly all strawberries on the front. Um, but it was really a sophisticated scent. I could easily use it all the time. Um, the Full Measure of Man. Oh man, that is a rich, woody, leathery tobacco scent. Oh, that's going to be an awesome one this season, winter and autumn. Really nice for that. There's that Fougere Gothique. Barrister and Man Reserve Spice would be good during that time. Black Ship Grooming has some. I like Captain Darkside. Their performance is not as good as Barrister and Man, though. Let's see what we have. What else? Katie's Bubbles has Connecticut Shade, a nice tobacco scent. Midnight Dreary from Katie's Bubbles is one that I really enjoy in the fall. It's got some orchids, I believe it is, and some other neat kind of dark, smooth kind of scents. Linus, yes, you got that Full Measure of Man, and had to get some more. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. CBL has some neat. Is a good performing soap. I got their Cigar Shop Cowboy, and that's a good one in the fall to me. Central Texas has Weekend Rodeo, but that scent was a little low for me. Gearhead by Chiseled Face. I like Chiseled Face Rhino, but that's hard to get these days. Dun, 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 dun. Looking through. Oh, here we're in the Declaration Grooming section. Setting here. Oh, Fourth and Pine. I bet that might be a decent. Oh, Gratio League Square. I think that one's especially nice in the fall season. Admiral, Chypra as well. Chypra's got a neat story behind it. If you guys don't know, it's one uh, that Scott put together, and it was a real creative work on his part. And he I don't know, he's just was somehow more invested in it than he was some of his other soaps. Uh, Maybe because he just thought it was going to do really well, but then it didn't get a very good reception at all, and so he was really kind of disappointed and disheartened by it. Because people just didn't seem to latch on to it like maybe he thought or like he had. But I've got some, and I really enjoy it. I think it's neat. Dirty Ver. Dirty Ver is pretty good for the fall. I like that one. Ooh, Lamplight Penance. That one's hard to get, but I really like that one in the fall too. You know what? I think I'm a fall person. When it terms, and it looks like sorry, I'm mumbling. When the season comes in the fall, the scents that often belong in that season are often ones that I'm going to gravitate toward. Let's see. I didn't latch on to Weinstrass. That was a little too ladylike for me. Convergence. Ooh, you know what? I bet Convergence would be pretty good. I wonder if that's still available. For me, the soap was just a little too lightly scented, though. But I bet the Splash or the EDP would be very nice. Hindsight is from Declaration is a I think it was a great one for the fall. Oh, Massacre of the Innocents, of course. That's the one patterned after Herod by another big scent company. That one's really great for the winter and fall. Okay, getting into Dr. John's. Let's see what Dr. John's has. The Blood Oath is nice about any time of the year. Um, let's see here. I like Marlboro from D.R. Harris. I think that one's good for the fall. A great performance too from that hard soap. Fine Latigo is probably a good one for the fall as well. Let's see. Henri and Victoria has cognac and Cuban cigars, for instance. Let's move on. Oh, here's my L&L section. Let's see if there's anything in there that. Cure a Epices. If I were to spell it like an American or pronounce it like an American, Cure et Epices. And I think it's something of spices is the translation there. That one's definitely a good one for the fall. Oh, Southern Paradise is a good sweet tea type scent. Yeah, KG, I would advise that one. They have that one in their triple milled soap base. I highly recommend that soap base, and the scent is really pretty nice. Cade, if you have that hard Cade soap from L'Occitane, that's a good one for the fall. Maggard Razors has a tobacco and leather scent. That's it's made by Through the Fire Fine Craft. It's a very good soap base, very good performance, and the splash was a little bit too harsh for me, but I did enjoy the soap. Yes, HD sir, you missed the shave. I'm afraid. We are going through. I just decided right now to go through. We're talking about the fall scents that people might want to look forward to, and people are welcome to jump in and mention their own. But I'm going through my own soap list and mentioning some that I would really love in the fall. And I've discovered as I'm reading many of these out that season in the fall and winter are some of my favorite soap scents. You know, like Full Measure of Man and things like that. I really do like that. Ooh, Almond Leather from Mammoth. Ooh, that's a really nice one. Oh, Autumn Ash. Yes, thank you, Brian. Hey, Brian. Nice to see you, man. He's we communicate through another website, and that's neat to see him on here too. Um, yeah, hey man. Mood Indigo from Mammoth is, I think, a nice one. For me, it's got a little bit too much pepper, but I think it's a nice fall scent. I might want to keep using mine to see if that pepper backs off a little bit. Mammoth Stones is a good one for the fall because it's all base notes. Ooh, Mickey Lee Girate. Holy cow, that is one of my favorite fall scents. It's very ambery and leaves and things like that, but it's going to be hard to find these days. Let's see. Somebody jumped in with some good. Oh yeah, Sam Hain. That's terrific. Officially, really pronounced Salween, but even Southern Witchcraft folks call it Sam Hain internally. Uh, yeah, totally agree. And Brian, thank you for mentioning Autumn Ash. I tried that a while back, and it reminded me how just amazing that one is. That one's just tremendous. So good. Let's see. Okay, we went. We went, let's see here. Now, we're on the third column of four with my soaps. It's crazy. Somebody listed a pack of soaps today, like 30 or 40 soaps and almost as many splashes for $750. You know, the funny thing was, I found about 12 soaps in there that I would be interested in, um, but only two of them I didn't have. So I wasn't about to spend that much money, even if I planned to part it out later to make the money back. It wasn't going to be worth it for me. Oh, Through the Woods is a nice one from Mickey Lee, but again, that's hard to get these days. Let's see what else. You know, Meisner Tremonina has black beer, warm woods, and woody almond, and they all are kind of in that fall zone. But to me, the scent was just too weak, and the performance just wasn't as great for me. Uh, Mystic Water has a, they're kind of like Sterling, and they have a ton of scents to choose from. And so I know they're going to have some. Yes, sir. HD. I'm looking through my soap list. Um, let's see. They have a bergamot, cedar, and juniper that might be nice. They have a brown Windsor, an Egyptian dragon, leather and smoke. That one, oh, Marrakesh, oatmeal stout. Yeah, that one was pretty nice. Oh, Sweetbriar tobacco. That's a great fall one from Mystic Water. Oh, of course, Noble Otter has Flying Hide and Kaboom. I like Lone Star in the fall. Plunder. Oh, Plunder from Noble Otter is tremendous. Texas is great. The Trail, pretty good. Anything from Oleo. Ooh, I like Excursion. And Jacmel from Oleo. I guess now they're called Chicago, right? Okay, we don't need to spend a lot of time doing this. Oh, you know, Paladin. They've got Notches Trace, Pythian Way, Tobacco Road. Those are all very enjoyable. And they're just $12.50 for this high quality glass tub that's like worth $12.50 itself. And I thought they were going to sell out of those a couple years back, and so I bought a bunch. And lo and behold, they're still on their website. I've got a lot of Reef Point soaps because I like their base so much, but those are hard to get, so I'm not going to mention those. I bet Soap Commander has a few that would be good in the fall. History 101 from Summer Break. I mentioned that one already. I think Valedictorian would probably classify in that section too. Oh, Seaforth Spiced from Spearhead. That's a good one. That's a good one. Agar from Sterling. Here, now we get into Sterling. I love that section. Ben Franklin would work well. Black Cherry. Sorov, yes, I'm afraid I have. The shave is all done, sir. Just discussing fall scents right now. Ooh, Haverford would be terrific in the fall. You guys are giving me some great ideas in the fall now. That's terrific. I'm glad we went through here. Meghalaya is a limited run from Sterling. That was a South Florida Wet Shavers one. That's awesome in the fall. I've already mentioned Pharaoh's Dreamsicle. Satsuma would be nice in the fall. Spice, Texas on Fire, Tsuka. Ooh, Port-au-Prince. Oh, that's one of my favorite ones. Yeah, Ben Franklin. You know, I almost mentioned that one from Sterling. What? No, I had not heard that they might be discontinuing their mutton base. Wow. I could see why, because they just have a few cents in it, and maybe they, want to keep things focused and, not have inventory holding on if people aren't. But that base is, okay, the prices of the mutton are going up. Oh, man, thank you for the news there. Fortunately, I have several tubs of their mutton base. Um, I've got Glastonbury is nice. I love Port-au-Prince. Scott's Pine Sheep is nice. Varon is amazing, although it doesn't necessarily lend itself to the fall only. But that's good. Thank you for telling me. I might want to look up that news and buy up some, get a backup of a backup kind of thing. Oh, okay. Roger that. Gotcha. In that case, I might want to get a backup of that one if they're still selling it. Storybook, well, they're kind of closed down, but that Chasing Sunsets was a really nice fall scent. Hook. Saponaficio Veracino. Do they have anything dark? Most of theirs are kind of light. Um, None of theirs are really jumping out at me as the fall-ish type scents. Oh yeah, see now we're in the Southern Witchcraft section, and oh man, they have such a great selection for the fall. Linus, yeah. Um, yeah, Linus, I might have to do another 100 shaves on the Nacet before I hit my soap count. In a minute, we're going to get to the end of my soap list, and I'll be able to tell you the count, but it's not exactly accurate because I haven't been taking off my soaps as I've sold some of them. And so the soap count on hand is not exactly accurate. But yeah, Arcane Abyss, Autumn Ash, Necromantic, Samhain, Valley of Ashes. Oh, Rome from Barrister and Man is another one that's, to me, it smells a little bit too much like an ashtray. But if it's going to shine any season, it's got to be fall and winter, I think. I think tobacco belongs really well in the fall. I'll just have to purchase more soaps. Yeah. I like Marlowe Wood from Talbot. We're getting to the end. We're getting close. Wickham, do they have anything dark? I think most of their stuff. Russian Leather from Wickham is about as close as they might come that I like. Yeah, HD. Oh, I don't know if I've tried any of their V2 stuff from Talbot. They used to be so hard to get. I don't know if they still are. I haven't really tried to with Talbot. Holy Cow! Now they've got some good ones. They got a lot of lady stuff at Holy Cow that I would consider kind of feminine. However, they do have some that really ring the bell for me. The Cuero Oscuro, Pasha's Pride, Rebel, Rebel, Dark Vetiver, Padre Leon. Very nice from them. Old Kentucky is a boozy one from WSP. They have Mahogany from WSP. I really like that one. Wild West Soaps, they closed down, didn't they? And then Zingari Man. Do they have anything dark? Not really. Not that I tried and liked. That's it. Okay, 582 shaves. Oh, on hand, 507. But that again is a little inflated because uh, because of the ones I've sold, you know, aren't subtracted from that. Well, there we go. That's my fall scent discussion. Um, so any of the ones that I've tried that seem like a good fall scent, I've just listed them there. But thank you so much, guys, about letting me know about Sterling. I'm glad we did that. Maybe see if I can get an order in for anything that looks like it might get discontinued. Like I need more soap. Port-au-Prince. Oh, that one's so good. The That's one where the splash is way too strong for me, but the soap is so good because it's backed off a little bit, and I can just soak in that stuff, kind of like I do Midnight Stag. I just kind of absorb it and kind of revel in it, you know. Let's see if anybody else mentioned something while I was on the other web page looking through. I think we caught, yeah, like Autumn Ash and Samhain, and we talked about cognac and Cuban cigars. Oh, KG says it's hot in New York City right now as well. Yeah, man. Oh, I so look forward to the end of September and October. Oh, yeah? Oh, okay. Oh, so that was a while back that you thought that might be an issue, huh? Well, because of what you're saying, that might be worth me picking up a puck anyway, even though it's going to take me forever to use up the one I have. Maybe I don't need to pick up any. Oh, cluster fig. That's one I haven't tried yet. That Linus mentioned. That would be cool. I bet Maggard's has a sample of that. Maybe that one may have come and gone. No, I haven't crossed 800 soaps. Um, uh, 582 or so was the total count of soaps that I've tried, and I've marked off about 80 of those um, because I've sold them or something like that. But then there are more that I need to mark off. The pucks of Williams. I've got tons of Williams pucks. Um, uh, yeah, I can probably I need to do a real official, soap count at some point. Hey, but the good news is now that I've got everything in this one room, I should be able to do a cool razor tour for you guys at some point down the road. See, sort of, you are a star. That's you remember that neat little fact. Um, yes, there is a Ingles grocery store in South Carolina that continues to stock Williams, and also the Wegmans here in North Carolina. It's a new store, and they had some Williams one time um, when I went by, and I always buy a puck, even if I don't need it. I can give it away, but I want to support the fact that they actually have a legit high performance shaving soap in their store. He sort of remembered that. Yes, sir, exactly. Yeah, Razor Tour HD. Yes, sir. That'll be fun. And yes, KG Williams is slick. We do. Because of Carrie and all the yuppies moving into the area, we finally got a Wegmans. I think there's actually two in the area now. Yeah, Wegmans is nice. It's huge, big selection. Yeah. The sensitive cream. Sort of, you talking about the balm, the Nivea sensitive balm, or the actual cream? Yeah, Walmart has the balm, or at least they have for a long time. But yeah. Ah, okay, gotcha. Oh, really? Okay, neat. An actual shaving cream. Gotcha. Okay. Oh, look, we got a couple of New Jerseyans joining up here on the chat. Spent time in New Jersey. We were doing a family trip in New Jersey once and got lost and had to stop and ask directions. This was long before GPS. And we stopped in Patterson, New Jersey. Later on, we would find out that typically is not a very good neck of the woods. Ah, so sort of lived in a few places in New Jersey. Pretty cool. Here, I'll show my Cerberus again. I just picked up that from the post office today. Oh, good food in Patterson? Okay, nice. I'm always on the lookout for that. I'm living in Durham these days, and it's not a great neighborhood where I am, but I hope to find some decent food spots. All right. Today's shave was wonderful. Again, we're doing the basin style. I don't have a sink. I've got my grandma's. I can't tilt it over and show it to the pattern to you because it's full of my shaving water. And then I was using the Dollar Tree not Dollar Tree, thrift store Jello mold. This is like my third shave with it. It's doing great. And so having a good time with that. I got various lights. I went and bought a mirror at Walmart. I used that. I finally have a mirror now. So we're all getting sophisticated. All right, guys. Last minute questions, and then we'll sign off. Man, it's been great talking with you guys, having you here. It's been really nice. We're almost to a little mini milestone. Today is 429. We passed a couple of shaves ago. We passed Myrna 183 of Reddit fame. He got to 426 with his Gillette Silver Blue. He did it on February 21st of this year. and he took a silver blue up to that many shaves. And he was palm stropping his, and I think that's great. Um, he used different techniques than I did, and he did a great job. KG, you're welcome, man. I'm so glad you guys asked, and I did realize I kind of went above and beyond. But for me, that's great because I'm going to highlight some of those because I like them so much, and make sure I do them in the fall here and don't forget them and leave them behind. Excellent, guys. Thanks for joining. Um, I think that's it. I think we're good. Good shave. All right. Nice. Waiting for the Williams tour. My box of Williams pucks. Nice. All right. Excellent. Excellent. Oh, and hey, if you've got an extra puck of Williams, use it as a brush cleaner. One of the soap makers out there told me that there's just about no better brush cleaning soap than Williams because it'll eat away pretty much any oils and stuff that might be on your brush. So, because it's just a soap, you know, doesn't have any moisturizers or anything like that. Yeah, it will take a lot of water. It's tremendous, and it's a I think it's a hidden gem. A lot of guys try it and fail at it and give up. Anyway, all right, we won't start off with Williams. I'm a big fan of that one too, KG. All right, guys, it's been great being with you. We'll go ahead and sign off. Um, I am going to go ahead and put away a few things, and I'll leave time for a couple last minute questions before I sign off here officially. A little bit of take care, KG. You too. A little bit of soap used up. It's slow going with just 5 seconds of loading being all I need. All right, there's not really any rinsing to do now because I have to take all my stuff to the bathroom and rinse it. Just have to do 2 trips. It's not too bad. All right, so we'll go ahead and sign off. You guys have a good night. Thanks for joining.